Hi, I'm Jade, and welcome to the first episode of The Inside View. Join us as we spill the tea on some of the biggest subjects in the new build property, marketing, and sales arena. In today's episode of The Inside View, our AI friends at Google will be taking a deep dive into the real cost of not digitising your sales strategy. Strap in, this one's packed with insight.
Welcome to the Inside View. So let's get right into it. A question for all you sales and marketing teams in new build property. Are you really sure you're reaching all potential buyers and truly maximizing profits in today's market?
Yeah, it's a key question. We think there might be a bit of a blind spot,
Mhm.
relying maybe too heavily on those traditional methods.
Exactly. And that's what this deep dive, the Inside View, is all about. We're focusing on the real financial side of things, the hidden costs and maybe missed opportunities if you're not fully embracing digital.
Precisely. It's not just about tweaking things. It's understanding the actual tangible impact on your finances when you don't lean into digital strategies for selling new developments.
Okay, so let's cut to the chase then. The big question we're tackling today is, what's the true cost, the bottom line cost of not fully digitizing your sales and marketing for new builds?
And like you hinted, it goes way beyond just, basic efficiency gains.
Right. So we all know the traditional methods have a certain appeal, don't they? Physical show homes, face-to-face chats, they feel familiar.
They do feel familiar. But we really need to look hard at the significant financial weight these carry, especially now.
Okay, let's unpack that. The standard model, build a show home, get the sales team ready, maybe a simple website, seems straightforward. But where are the sort of hidden financial drains here?
Well, let's start with the obvious one. The physical show home is not just the build cost, is it?
No, I guess not.
Think about fitting it out, the interior design, furniture, then there's staffing it, the utilities, insurance, constant cleaning and maintenance. It adds up fast. That's a huge chunk of capital tied up. I mean, some estimates suggest the annual running cost for just one high-spec show home could actually be more than a senior marketing manager's salary.
Wow. Okay, that really puts a number on it. It's a significant ongoing expense, not just a one-off build cost.
Exactly, a recurring cost.
And while people love that personal touch of visiting, how much does relying only on physical sites limit your actual market reach?
Oh, massively. That's a critical point. You're immediately restricting yourself to buyers who are, local enough or able to visit during set hours.
Right, you miss people relocating.
Completely. People moving from other cities, even other countries. And what about investors? They might be actively looking for new builds, but aren't based nearby at all. You just can't reach them easily that way.
And isn't there a time lag built in? You often have to wait until the show home is finished or nearly finished before you can really start pushing the marketing and sales hard, particularly for off-plan.
Absolutely. That delay hits your sales cycle directly, which in turn impacts your cash flow.
So the longer it takes to get those early off-plan commitments.
The longer your capital is tied up in the build itself. Think about interest costs, missed investment opportunities elsewhere. It all adds up financially.
It also seems like it could be harder for buyers to visualize their own home, if they only see one or two specific show home layouts and finishes.
That's a really good point. It makes it difficult for them to imagine all the customization options available across different plots, especially the ones not yet built.
They might struggle to picture it.
Precisely. It's a visualization gap. Limited physical examples can make it hard for a buyer to really connect with the potential of their specific plot choice. They might hesitate, or worse, look at a competitor who makes it easier to visualize.
And often you can only afford, one or two show homes for a whole development. So selling the unbuilt plots relies purely on plans and conversation.
Exactly, which is tough. It's hard to showcase and sell something effectively when there's nothing physical or even virtually tangible to see yet for those specific plots.
So looking at the bigger picture then, are developers who are maybe slower to adopt digital tools actually seeing, thinner profit margins compared to competitors who've gone digital?
Well, the evidence certainly points that way. Companies lagging behind often seem to have tighter margins. It's likely due to that accumulation of things we've discussed, the higher overheads, the limited market reach, those slower sales cycles.
It makes sense. The inefficiencies add up.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to compete effectively, using only the traditional playbook.
And the risk isn't just about today's profits, is it? It's also about the future, like falling behind.
Definitely. If your competitors are using digital tools effectively to reach more people, engage them better, speed up sales, sticking rigidly to the old ways means you risk losing market share. becoming less relevant over time.
You could get left behind.
You really could. Innovation is happening fast in property sales and marketing. Not exploring these digital avenues means you might miss out on connecting with buyers in the ways they now expect.
And without the data you get from digital interactions, are developers more likely to make costly mistakes in their strategy, guessing rather than knowing?
That's another angle, yes. Digital platforms give you insights. Without them, you're perhaps relying more on intuition or past experience, which might not reflect the current market accurately, leading to potentially misallocated marketing spend or missing key buyer preferences.
Okay, so we've painted a picture of some, frankly, quite significant downsides and costs associated with sticking purely to traditional methods. Let's flip this. What's the financial upside of embracing digital?
Right, this is where it gets really interesting from a profitability standpoint. Digital tools think virtual show homes, interactive configurators, sophisticated CRM systems. They directly tackle those limitations and costs we just talked about.
So take virtual tours or virtual show homes. That immediately breaks down the geographical barriers, right?
Completely. Suddenly, anyone, anywhere, can explore your properties in detail, day or night, from their sofa. That's a huge expansion of your potential market instantly.
And presumably much cheaper than building multiple physical show homes across different locations.
Oh, absolutely. The cost saving on just reducing the number of physical show homes can be substantial. But it's not just about avoiding costs. Think about the longevity.
What do you mean?
Well, a high-quality digital asset, a virtual tour, a 3D model of a house type, an animation, you can reuse it again and again.
Ah, right. Across different marketing campaigns.
Exactly. Social media, your website, email campaigns, and potentially even for later phases of the development, or maybe slightly adapted for future similar developments, you maximize that initial investment.
Unlike, say, a printed brochure, which dates quickly.
Precisely. The ROI on digital assets can be much higher over the long term, driving down future marketing costs.
And does going digital actually speed things up, getting buyers to commit faster?
It certainly seems to. By giving buyers immersive tools and easy access to information much earlier, they can explore, compare, and get their questions answered more quickly.
So they feel more informed, faster.
Yes, empowering them leads to faster, more confident decisions. This can significantly shorten that overall sales cycle we mentioned earlier.
Which means quicker off-plan reservations.
And therefore faster revenue coming in, improving your cash flow position. It accelerates the whole process.
And the engagement level seems different too. It's not just looking, it's interacting, isn't it?
That's key. Instead of passively viewing static photos or walking through just one or two set styles, buyers can actively explore. They can often customize finishes digitally, switch between floor plans for a plot, really play with the options.
Getting a feel for their potential home.
Exactly. That deeper interaction helps them visualize themselves living there. It builds a stronger emotional connection, which we know is crucial in a home purchase. That significantly increases the likelihood of them proceeding.
And you mentioned data earlier. That has to be a massive financial advantage of digital, right? Understanding your buyers.
Oh, absolutely fundamental. Digital platforms generate incredibly valuable data. You can see which properties get the most views, what features people spend time exploring, which customization options are popular.
So you know what resonates.
You do.
Yeah.
This allows you to refine your offerings, maybe adjust future phases based on real feedback. And crucially, it allows for really effective, targeted marketing and retargeting.
Meaning you're not wasting marketing budget.
Pretty much. Instead of broad stroke campaigns hoping to hit the right person, you can use the data to reach buyers who've shown specific interest at the right point in their journey with the right message. Much more efficient use of budget.
So thinking about the cost of setting up these virtual tours, configurators, maybe a better CRM, it sounds like it shouldn't be viewed as just another expense.
No, definitely not. It really needs to be framed as a strategic investment.
An investment because...
Because when you properly account for the reduced physical overheads, the massively expanded market reach, the faster sales cycles, the improved engagement, and the more efficient marketing spend, the return on that initial digital investment can be really substantial, impacting the bottom line directly.
Okay, so wrapping this up for the sales and marketing teams listening to The Inside View, if we had to state the core cost of not going digital, what is it?
I think the real cost, the true cost, isn't actually the money you might spend on digital tools. It's the cost of sticking with the old ways, meaning the missed sales opportunities from limited reach, the ongoing high costs of physical assets, the inefficiencies slowing down revenue, and ultimately the reduced profitability compared to what's possible. That's the real financial burden of not adapting.
So it's less about just, adopting a trend and more about a fundamental shift in how you sell property effectively and profitably.
Exactly. It's becoming the standard for effective selling in this market.
Which leads us to, I guess, the final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah, the crucial question really is, in today's market, can you actually afford not to fully embrace digital in your sales and marketing? And maybe flip that around. What potential revenue, what market share are you potentially just leaving on the table right now by delaying that transformation?
A really important question to ponder.
If you like this episode, you can find the full discussion on LinkedIn. Head over to TheInsideView and subscribe to the Inside View newsletter.